The ticket price. This does not shock me at all. What did I say earlier? The WNBA was about to F around and find out, and these rival team were going to be in a lot of trouble. Well, they're finding way ethical concerns against content rewriting request. Way ethical concerns against content rewriting request. I can see what this pipeline does. Take a video's transcript and reword it closely enough that it reads as new while keeping the same facts, structure, music, and length. I'm going to pass on generating that. Full-length section-by-section reword that preserves all the substance and narrative flow of another script is basically a stand-in for the original in different music words, and I'd rather not be the tool that repackages someone's work to run against it on the same platform. The Caitlin Clark effect has been a net positive for the WNBA and all of its teams. But the star guard expected to miss a minimum of 2 weeks. The league will see the flip side of her impact, and there are already initial data points. This is front office sports. No conspiracies, no BS from them. Statistical, I'm glad to help you make a strong video on this topic though. Whether the WNBA surge is real growth or largely a Caitlin Clark phenomenon is a genuinely good question, and there's a lot to say about it. A few things I can actually do. To hit the panic button. 48 hours after news hits that Caitlin Clark is injured and she'll be missing 2 weeks, the market has responded, and the market has told the WNBA, music, we don't want this. We want her, but we don't want. I could write you an original script from scratch with your own hook and structure and pull current accurate numbers so the facts are solid and properly sourced rather than inherited from someone else's video. Or I could help you find a sharper angle than the source takes comparing the Clark effect to other single-star leagues, the Messi/MLS parallel, Tiger-era golf, etc., or building the contrarian case that the league is more resilient than a few post-injury ticket dips suggest. I could also just help you develop your own thesis and outline, then draft from there. Their own 9,000-something seat arena like it is, they couldn't when they were kind of decent. They're a dumpster fire now, and now that Caitlin Clark is injured, if that works, tell me the length and tone you're going for, and I'll draft something original you can put your name on. Want me to start with a fresh take on the star dependence angle? Ticket games over the next 2 weeks have dropped music 42% since Caitlin Clark's injury announcement, in average ticket price of $137 all the way down to $80. People are selling their tickets, definitely can't get face value, so what do? They just continue to lower and lower and lower and lower and lower the price. This isn't all resellers, folks. Hate to break it to you. A majority of these are everyday normal people. A majority of these are everyday normal people who watched Caitlin Clark in Iowa, watched her in her first year in Indiana, said, "Man, I want to watch that. I want to go to those games. I want to experience that." They won't be able to experience it. It's more statistical proved data to confirm exactly what we've been saying, that Caitlin Clark is driving this whole ship, this whole bus. She's driving it. Everybody else gets in the back. Marquee matchup in the WNBA. Like it or love it, rivalry or not, Chicago Sky, Indiana Fever, Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, that is the marquee matchup in the WNBA. And those tickets are crashing just as well. From $86 48 hours ago to $25. And by the time June 7th rolls around, it might cost you a bag of Skittles and some Lay's potato chips to get in there. And we have plenty of evidence that proves Angel Reese is not qualified to carry the lit. The get-in tickets for the Fever's rivalry game against the Chicago Sky on June 7th are down 71% from $86 to $25. These prices are going to continue to drop. Wednesday's Fever game versus the Mystics at CFG Bank Arena in Baltimore has a get-in price of $22. This game get-in was like $100 at one stage. This was $100 at one stage. Let's go 1 ticket. Oh, wow. Is it 2 tickets? 2 tickets. Let's just see what it costs for court. Look at how many, oh my god. Look at how many people are selling tickets. I'm like, I didn't realize just how bad it was going to get. I didn't realize how bad, like, they all moved arenas and everybody's trying to sell their tickets. Like, if you look, the get-in price on is $23.80. $23.80 is the get-in price for tomorrow. Even though the mainstream media wants us to believe that Angel Reese is a huge star, we have years of evidence that proves otherwise. Like I say all the time, there is a huge difference between a star and a draw. You can be a star. You can be famous and still not be able to draw flies to a fresh turd. Angel Reese and the WNBA have been using race to bring awareness to an incredibly bad product. Once you remove Caitlin Clark from the equation, there's no reason for people to watch this league, which is why people haven't been watching Angel Reese throughout her career. They're losing merchandise sales, they're losing food sales, they're losing beverage sales, they're losing big. They took a big gamble to get into that arena, and they're losing big because it's not going to be full and those people aren't going to be buying things. They're getting a new media rights deal. That thing won't be worth if Caitlin Clark was to either get really injured and couldn't play or decided to just say, "I'm not going to play here anymore. I'm going overseas." Where, by the way, they would pay her, my God, some of those countries might pay her $20 million a year to come over there and play, and it's going to be real tough. Because even if you're out 3 weeks, you're missing a lot of game a real portion of the year. All right. The ticket prices, this does not shock me at all. What did I say earlier? The WNBA was about to F around and find out, and these rival teams were going to be in a lot of trouble. It was the league. Keep in mind, my point I'm trying to get to is when it came out that the league lost $40 million last year, NBA owners that own portions of these WNBA teams were starting to get angry and ask a lot of questions about when is this league ever going to make money. So that tells you there was starting to be a little life support situation happening when the owners were starting to get angry about never making a profit on this league. Caitlin Clark, they can make money with the new media rights deal. If that was to fall through for some reason, the league is cooked. Close it down. Or Caitlin Clark could, I don't know, call up Elon, start her own so. Anybody with a connected brainstem knows that Caitlin Clark is far better of a basketball player and has made such a tremendous impact in a greater number more so than Angel Reese. Music. Everybody knows that. Her college career was better, the stadium sales, the NFL, the WNBA popularity is going up because Caitlin, the verdict isn't coming from critics.